You look at pledges and stuff like that, they have to be hazed. And then the people who are in charge of the hazing process or creating the hazing process is perverse, is perverted, right? Is sexual acts, is weird shit, right? Is humiliating things, right? You drinking urine and playing with dildos and just weird shit to try to get into this private coalition or group, right? Or collective that has power, right? Um, so that's what. Oh yeah, let me get that, champ. Right on time. We ain't do the official story. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Appreciate you. Right, let's go. It's all good. It's my manager. You know what I mean, you shout out to the people, man. It's an unofficial podcast, man. You know what I mean, I needed this. I ain't eat since yesterday. So what it is
Hmm.
people they go through hazing,
Right.
right? They go through hazing, and what happens is you know you come in with this pure expectation of being an artist or whatever, and that's not what it is. Um, so yeah, I mean, so when people talk about you got to be homo and you got to sell your soul,
It's not really all the way true though. Some people do put up their own money.
no, you no,
Yeah, I've met some
no,
that these people put up their own money that they made from selling drugs, and they get themselves up. They get themselves fans, and they don't really need to go to
you,
get signed.
no, that's a lie. People, listen, let me tell you something.
I know some people personally in the industry that don't fuck with everybody else, that stay in their own lane.
You can't get to the highest level without going through doors.
But maybe they're not at the highest level.
That's the point.
Maybe they're still at a high enough level where they don't got to work anymore, but they're just independent.
No, like if you if you if you do business with, like, everything has verticals, right? You want
Hmm.
to scale, right? So entry level, yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not
Not
moving.
entry level.
You're not moving the needle, right? So when you look at artists who are going to be beneficiaries of their distribution channels, their marketing channels, their net to scale, because I did sell drugs. I was a hustler. I
Right.
did invest in myself, right?
Right.
And as a hustler, you want okay. I start off with a gram. You move to an 8 ball, then I
Hmm.
move to an ounce, half an ounce, and then I get a brick, and then I'm trying to sell weight, right? Like
No, I'm just saying, what if you get your money up, right, and you invest into your own career?
it's a natural thing for a hustler to be ambitious and want to scale.
Right.
So as you start to scale the industry, then you realize that you're not going to have access to all the things that come with the industry unless you're willing to compromise yourself and trade your morals and principles for dollars and stuff like that, right? And if you want to say anything towards the Diddy thing, when you unpack it, you heard a lot of stories of people having to do humiliating things. When Diddy had the TV show Making a Band, what was the most publicized thing? The walk for the cheesecake. And all the artists were like being embarrassed on, if you look at the whole show, right? They were
Mhm.
all being embarrassed, right? Like, oh,
Mhm.
you got to sing for a bed, you got to fight for a bed. Like all these things just to find different unique ways or creative ways to embarrass the person that's trying to be successful in their field, right? So um the music industry is not ran by black people. The music industry is not ran by people who believe in God, who fear God, who is ran by Satanists, witches, warlocks, magic practitioners. This is why when you look at the music, you see that in it. I'm on demon time. I'm a savage. You see all these things denouncing anything holy, anything light. You'll see it. So it's not coincident. It's not coincidental. It's not a coincidence, right? People talk about Ice Spice. She came into the game looking a certain way. You see it now. It looks weird, right? And people don't get their normal back until they get away, right? So and what I advocate for is for artists to understand business in general, how to be successful in business, and how to use your music as a catalyst to be successful. Music is not a product. What the fuck I need a label for? Music is just a commercial for the products you sell or the services you provide. McDonald's has music, right? Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it.
Right.
But that's not their product. Their product is what? Burgers and fries. They provide a service, right? What's their service? Commercial real estate, because they're a franchise. McDonald's is like one of the biggest realty companies on the planet.
Right.
So when we understand how to use our music, every artist needs to identify, well, what products can I sell? What services can I provide? And how do I use my music to create relatability for my product to the people that like my music? And then let me set a financial goal. Let me create a revenue calendar and say, well, okay, this song is going to promote 100,000 of these units. And then I'm going to turn a profit and I'm going to do it again. Record labels get their monies from banks. So why am I going to a record label that's going to have interest rates that don't even make sense, and everything is recoupable, and nothing is you know, it's not even, they're not giving secured or unsecured loans. They're just making it up as they go. Why would I do that when I can just go to a bank instead of going to a label? I can go to a loan officer instead of going to a record executive. Build a relationship with the loan officer, which is good business. They don't have no, there's no conflict of interest. It's just dollars and cents at that point, right? And then I can get a respectable return on investment based upon the loan that I'm gonna get from the bank.
Right. So you're saying use your art as a vehicle to get you the fans, to get you money, to sell them something.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're saying.
That's all music is. Anyway,
Right.
it's used to push an agenda. And when you're not in control of the distribution of your music, then you're not creating the agenda. And to have success, you have to be in alignment with the agenda that the so-called labels want to push. Then that comes the compromise. That comes the selling the soul. That comes the drill. That comes the, oh, I'm a whore. I'm booty twerking, all this other weird shit. So, fuck them all. I advocate for really being independent.
Right. We have Smart in the building. We have to do an intro.
Oh yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're here in New York. It's my third episode. I have Smart here. We've been in touch for a few months. Like we were supposed to do an episode a few months ago.
But I thought it was like years. I felt it was like years.
I've
ago.
only been doing this for like a year.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So he was gonna come to LA, but I haven't heard from him. And then we reconnected
Wow.
in New York. So now he's here, and I'm really happy that you're here because you seem very inspiring and you have a lot of knowledge to bring people, and you seem,
Ooh.
enthusiastic, and you have a lot of energy
I do.
all the time.
All the time. Listen, I'm
How?
starting.
How?
You want like a little mushroom thing?
No, I'm
All
good.
right, sure.
What's a mushroom thing?
It's a I don't know. This is like a vegan sushi kind of a thing. Actually, I got two of the same thing. I don't know if you want to try it, but you know what I mean. Yeah, they got chopsticks. You want to use it? I mean, I don't know how to use chopsticks. I'm from the hood. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people in the hood who don't know how to use chopsticks. I never learned. That's a fact.
So how do you have all this energy? Because you're a boxer or what?
No, just purpose. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Just purpose driven, man.
Purpose driven.
Purpose driven. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've been bamboozled.
Who's we?
Black people.
By who?
The white man. The white man. That motherfucker vanilla.
Do you feel like that's like is that conversation ever gonna like turn into evolve into something else?
No,
Are you gonna blame the white man for everything?
absolutely.
Why?
Because I can't, I've been able to, so I got a mantra, right?
Uh-huh.
And my mantra goes like this. Well, how you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, that emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Now, slavery really happened, right?
Every single culture in the world.
However, we're the only group of people, because you're Jewish.
I'm
Jewish, right? Literally, right? That's another conversation. But
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
because you're not really, like, black people are really the real Jews. So that's a whole nother conversation, right? What happens is you got a group of people.
Black people is just a skin color.
No.
Jewish is a religion. What is black people are the real Jews? Like, what
Because
does that even mean?
I got you. But that's
Jews come in any color. Anyone could be Jewish.
Yeah. We said the original. But we're the only
This
group.
is good, actually.
It is. we're the only group of people living in the land of our Holocaust, expecting the people who put us in the Holocaust to take us out of the Holocaust when the so-called Jews had to leave Germany, right? So we're still
There's
living.
still Jews in Germany.
No, what I'm saying is they had to leave Germany.
We had a black president. I know people are not gonna like that I said that, but we have a black female president right now running. So it's like, could
You
we
just wait.
evolve the conversation because it's just
We
not
can't.
true.
No,
It's
listen.
not true.
Listen. We can. I can't. Let me just say this because this is like another Jewish person wouldn't allow you to discredit the Holocaust, right? I can't allow you to
I'm
discredit.
not discrediting slavery. I'm just saying
We can't.
that
We can't.
black people as a nation have gotten so far
No,
to
you
be the
haven't.
president,
No, you
and
haven't.
now
No, you haven't.
a female black
Mhm.
person she's nominated to be the president
What
as
the
we
f-
speak.
No,
So
that's
how
not
are you
what.
being held back? In what way?
Oh my God. That I mean. Okay. So
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
yeah, you shouldn't because it's gonna make you look crazy. But hey, it is what it is. But so what I'm saying is we're the only group of people. So
I
go.
feel like the black man is the most desired man right now in the world. Women prefer black men over white men,
Mhm.
right?
But you're jumping. For me, I'm really good at like bringing it, staying on topic, right?
Okay.
I want to say let's bring it right back to
ahead.
we talking about blaming the white man. So I got a mantra. How you
Okay.
think creates how you feel. How you feel
Mhm.
becomes an emotion. An emotion becomes a vibration. Vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So I had to study slavery. I had to study that the post traumatic stress that comes from that. Right. I had to study okay, well, damn, why do I feel this way? Well, I remember being young, watching Saved by the Bell, crying in the shower because my hair wouldn't stay like Zach's when I got out of the shower. Right. And I remember wanting to have blue eyes and wanting to have gray eyes, right? I remember looking at my nose and hating my nose. I remember walking and wishing I was white. This is as a kid, wishing I was Hispanic, wishing I looked
Something else.
than myself, right? Then I go, well, damn, I didn't produce all these movies.
Right.
Every time I turned on the TV, Superman was white, Batman was white, Spider-Man was white, X-Man was white. Everybody was white. Where am I at? I turn on, I look at the movies. Whoa, a horror movie comes on, I'm the first person to die. If it's an action movie, I'm either the villain that gets killed or a person that's not a fucking Robin to a Batman, and I'm not even that fly of a Robin, right? So, you know, we've been conditioned for our own limitation for so long. It's to the point where we're not even knowledgeable about the after effects of slavery, of our Holocaust, and we're still in our Holocaust. And just because someone tries to say, well, there's this so-called black woman, but no executive orders are being passed to protect us. We haven't been given reparations. We like, I mean, that's a whole nother, that's a whole different kind of a conversation, right? You know, and we're conditioned to not even have the attention spans long enough to even consume the information relevant to identifying a problem. Like, yo, you gonna blame the white man? Yeah, I'm gonna blame the white man. You can't turn on a YouTube channel, TV, no electronic device and type in Chinese man killed by police, Jewish man killed by police. You can't. You every 5 minutes, it's like expected for me to get shot by a cop. So I'm not here just because I blame the white man. Oh. I just know who asked to kick when it's time to put my boot up somebody's rear end. So I think
Can we change it somehow?
no, I don't want to
I
change
feel like they're like Little Mermaid was just black. Maybe they're trying to change the
Can't.
narrative for the future kids so they wouldn't feel
Can't.
like that.
You
about
violated too
themselves.
much. See, we got, and this is why I'm so controversial, because I say what needs to be said. Give a fuck who I say it to. You got a kid. So if 20 black men bust into this door
Mhm.
right now,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
No, scratch that. If 20 Asian men bust into this door right now,
Uh-huh.
and you pregnant with your baby, you about to give birth, you 2 days away from your water breaking,
Mhm.
and they cut your stomach open and pull your baby out of your stomach and have sex with your baby in front of you. and then step on your baby head, and then take your child's father, and it's a pot the size of
Hold on
that.
a second.
Hold, let me finish.
Wait, you just
Let
said someone took a baby out of a
yeah,
belly?
let me finish.
Okay.
They take a pot the size of that station that beautiful sister's sitting at, fill it with boiling water, and it's a pot. You know, you ever boiled some kind of soup or something? It's a giant sized pot, and they take your child's father, your mother, and your father, and they put them in a pot. They put them in a pot, and they boil them to death in that pot. When you're sitting there, and they stitch you up, and you're sitting there, you hearing your mother, your child's father, your father screaming, burning, drowning, and being boiled. So they're burning and drowning at the same goddamn time. And you sitting there watching while all these Asian men all surround you laughing. And then you know what they start to do? They start to rape you. They start to rape you. Then they impregnate you, and they lock you and starve you and feed you nothing but the worst food possible. They piss on your food. You so hungry, you gotta eat it, right? And you've been eating for about 6 months, right? And now you eating, and you finally accepted the piss that they gave you as fucking food. And then they tell you right before you give birth to the baby that they impregnated you with through rape, they go, oh yeah, by the way, you know the food you was eating? That was your mother, that was your father, that was your child's father. Right? And then you fast forward, and then now that kid that you had is grown, right? And then now you're expected to love every Asian you see. You're expected to just, oh yeah, I'm cool. Yeah. You wouldn't. So people like, yo, what are you talking about? Oh, that's happened to us in slavery. It happened. So the more you study, I'm like, wait a minute, I feel some type of way. How could I? Oh, hell no. And then now now you've done that. So that doesn't go away though, right? So now then you erase my culture. You make it seem like the black man is the worstest fucking thing moving, when at the end of the day, I'm the best thing on the planet. You attack me in so many different ways. Oh, I gotta blame you. You are the blame. Now, when I know that this white motherfucker is the blame, now I know who to hold accountable. Now I can start to begin the process, which I did, the long fucking grueling process of creating a positive self-image in my subconscious mind about myself to myself. Now I can start to understand that, no, I'm not a nigga. You're not gonna call me no nigga. I'm not gonna call myself no nigga. I'm not jacking none of that shit. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not none of that shit. I am a god. Oh shit, wait a minute. Where am I supposed to be? America is not my home. America is a hotel. Do I have vested interest in America? Absolutely. We built this country, but this ain't my home. Africa is my home. So I'm going to have my hotel, and I'm going to have my home, and I'm going to build. But what am I going to build? Right? Why am I going to build this? Why am I so energetic, as you say? Well, I'm the trust fund, baby, to a $1 trillion empire. And the stipulations on me receiving and being a beneficiary of those finances is my work ethic, my awareness, and me manifesting. Oh, I got more work to do. I gotta make it 25 hours in a day instead of 24. I can't sit here be bullshitting, playing games. I got some white man, some Chinese man trying to make me forget that I'm a trust fund baby. Trying to make me think that, oh yeah, I'm gonna be broke and poor and swiping somebody's EBT card, and fuck EBT. Oh, I gotta get some drugs. I gotta hustle. I gotta what? I gotta do shit but be me. And
Aren't you doing that though right now?
doing what?
Being you.
1,000,000%.
Okay, so are you gonna like? I just feel like, I don't know. I'm not black, right? But I just feel
Go
like,
ahead.
how could you blame, let's say, like the new white people for something that they didn't even partake in?
Okay.
Doesn't that keep racism alive?
Because they benefit from what they forefathers created. They benefit, and they're not doing anything to undo.
But they didn't do anything.
Don't matter. They're not doing anything to undo that. So you benefit.
What should they do?
Nothing. Fuck them. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
No, I'm just saying, but doesn't that attitude keep racism alive? Like,
Let's keep it alive.
Don't we want to like all get along?
I don't want to get along.
Okay.
Fuck them.
All right.
I finally, and it took me a long time to get to this point.
So you're saying you hate white people?
No. I don't care for them. They don't exist to me. It's like See this white, this rice is white.
Mm-hmm.
I got as much cares for white people as I do as this grain of rice I'm about to eat.
What if there's a good white person in your life? Like,
If I'm at a door, right? Picture me and you
okay.
sitting at my house on a porch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice day, amazing day.
You have a napkin in there?
I got shit on my shit.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this is what it is. This is for the camera. It's
I
real.
just
You know what I
want to tell you.
mean? Hey, it's gonna be more. Let me just finish. So
Okay.
we sitting at the house. We on a porch, right? And we
Mhm.
chilling. Amazing day, right?
Right.
And there's a bunch of wild dogs that have rabies, right?
Okay.
10,000 dogs are running towards the house. Right? You're like, what the fuck's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And out of 10,000 dogs, there's only 3 dogs that don't have rabies, that are good dogs or whatever, but they're running with those dogs trying to escape a bad owner. Am I gonna sit there?
No, I'm not
And-
talking. I'm not. That's not the scenario.
Am I
not the
am I
scenario.
gonna sit
We
there?
live amongst
Hold
each
on.
other. We
Am I
all
gonna
live
sit there?
amongst each other?
Am I
We're
gonna
not
sit there?
running
Let me
with
tell you.
rabies.
Am I
No,
gonna
it's not a
sit
good
there
scenario.
and try to pick through 10,000
No.
fucking dogs
Stop.
to
That's not a
find
good-
3?
That's not a.
I'm
good,
gonna slam. I'm gonna go, yo, it's good. I'm gonna jump
not
up,
a
slam
good
the door.
analogy. That's just
It's
not
a great
good,
analogy.
No, it's not.
Because white people
No,
are wild
God.
fucking dogs with rabies that ain't shit. And
All white people.
no, I never said it. I
You're
said
saying it. You're
10,000
saying
out of 3. For every 10,000 piece of shit, wild animal, savage white people, maybe there's 3 that's halfway fucking decent.
it. How could you say that?
Those are not percentages that
But there's white people in every country, in every state. Like, there's so many different kinds of people. You can't. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not integrationist. I don't give a fuck about white people. I don't feel no type of way.
So do you feel like that about other cultures too?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
I
it's
love
just,
black people.
No, I'm not talking about black.
love
So
black
is
people.
it? No, I'm saying the in
Damn.
betweens, like the Mexicans, the China. You
I
feel
love black people.
okay? So
I
you
love
feel like
black
that everyone besides black people.
I never say everyone. I say I don't like white people.
I mean, but there's an in between too.
No,
There
No.
isn't.
Mm-mm.
So I'm white.
I don't know if you is. Is you? Are you?
No, I'm Middle Eastern.
All right.
But I'm not. I'm saying, but what about the in between people? Are they part of the dog pack?
No.
That's what I'm asking you. Like the Chinese,
might be fleas.
other
They
cultures.
might be fleas on the backs of the dogs in the pack. Yeah.
Mm,
Mhm.
So I'm a flea on a dog in the pack.
I said might be. They only hit dogs holler. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't, then
I mean, I'm asking you
Listen.
how you see other cultures, right?
They ain't
There's
shit.
Mexican.
Everybody
Puerto
listen. Let me tell you something.
Rican.
So many people did black people wrong. Is accountability here, right? So these
I
so-called
never did any black
call 'em-
people wrong.
they call sand niggas, right? So to the white man. So you look at
I
these-
got called the sand nigger at school.
right.
I
So-
did.
So I don't give a fuck about nobody but black people. see,
right.
And I get pushback from black people because they are so brainwashed to where they've been beat so bad. Look, if you study psychology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at like domestic violence,
Right.
there's women who have been so brutally victimized and beat by a
Mhm.
man that they think it's their fault.
Right.
That they think like it's something I did. No, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
He's a narcissistic fucking weirdo. Get away from him. Nothing you do will make him happy.
right.
Oh my God, is it me? She gets plastic surgery. She gets lipo. She gets breast implant. She chops her whole fucking body up, mind and spirit to please this cocksucker, and he still beats her.
Right.
I'm not that woman. I don't have that victim mindset. Okay, you got black people that's been beat and fucking bad down by so many cultures, so many races, so many people that at the end of the day, it's like it must be me. It must be my fault. No, white people. I ain't asked to. I went to prison. Check it out. You know how I got to prison? My mother was a drug addict, right? I had a Penn's warrant out, right? And so Penn's warrant is when the parent kind of gives up rights to the kid, right? I end up in the system. My first bid, I was in Harlem Valley, Crossroads, Tryon, Horizon, and I ended up doing 18 months for no crime. Just going to court, got in a fight in school. I did 18 months for no crime. Got in a fight with the kid in school. Judge asked my mother, yo, do you want to take him? No, I can't take him. He's out of control. She's lying. They take me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the system trying to get out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had this scoring system where it's like you had the first level was orientation, which is white shoelaces. Next level was adjustment, which is blue laces. The after blue laces was transition, which is yellow laces, and then green laces is the highest lace you can get in juvenile prison at the time, which was honors, right? And if you don't get a minimum score to get adjustment, you don't get released. It's a lot of kids that were going in jail at 13 years old and staying to 21 years old because they couldn't score out. It's little black boys lost in the system, right? So when I look at outside of slavery, outside of racism, when I look at like how other cultures treat us, how they react to us, the things they do to us, all the Asians fucking importing a bunch of rats from India and chopping that food up and saying it's General Toso chicken, but it ain't. It's actual rats. You know, when we look at the biochemical warfare, when we look at black women catching thyroid cancer, when we look at HIV, when we look at how they destroyed Black Wall Street, how COINTELPRO dismantled the Black Panthers, how they made it seem like 50 Cent was the cause of Murder Inc. breaking down, Tupac, you know, and Biggie, when Dame Dash, Jay Prince, Suge Knight, and Irv Gotti was trying to create a black distribution network, and they just dismantled that shit, right? Like, other cultures don't stay out of our way when we're trying to do for ourselves. They get in the way. When you look at delis and corner stores, right? They don't hire no African Americans. A corner store makes $300,000 a month. They don't invest nothing in the community. You can't get no credit. You can't get no IOUs. They're making $300,000 a month in the average deli in the ghetto, not including hot food or EBT, right? We have the highest purchasing power on the planet. It's more money in the ghetto than Dubai. It's more money in Brownsville than Dubai. It's more money in the ghettos of Harlem than Dubai. It's more money in the ghettos of Detroit than Dubai. We have the highest purchasing power on the planet. We have the most disposable income, and we pour that income into every other culture, and they don't pour it back into us. They don't give loans. They don't support our businesses. They don't support our communities. They gentrify the ghetto. They like what? Like, you see more police officers in black neighborhoods than white neighborhoods. If you ride through Harlem, I'm from Harlem, right? You ride through Harlem and you see police, traffic stops, oh, they going in. You go through the Jewish neighborhoods, you go to Crown Heights, you don't see that shit. And if you see police officers, you see some fucking Hebrew or dreidels hanging from the fucking window. They got their own fucking police department. So does the Asians. I've been to prison. I have never seen no fucking Asian in jail. I've never seen a fucking Jew with a yarmulke in prison. So y'all motherfuckers don't commit crime? It's bullshit. And you have any conversation with anybody that goes to prison, anybody that's been to jail, anybody that's gonna be real and honest
They
with
just
you.
have better money. They have more money for better lawyers.
No.
Yes,
There's minimum
that's
sentencing
why
if you
they're-
commit a
that's
crime.
why they're not
If you
in
commit a
jail.
crime,
That's
you got
why
white guys.
rappers don't get the time that
Yes, no,
they get for
no,
the crime because they
no,
have money for better
no.
lawyers. If
Either
you don't
you-
have money for a
either-
lawyer, you're
either
gonna
you're
do more time in
desensitized,
jail.
Either you're desensitized or you're unaware, or a combination of both.
Am I lying though?
And
if you have
and
a
it's
good
no-
lawyer, you're not gonna get the same
Yeah,
amount
yeah,
of time as somebody with
No, no.
a public defender.
Either you're desensitized or unaware, and guess what?
What?
There's no incentive for you to be sensitive to the plight of black
I'm
people.
just saying, not
'Cause we don't have a power
anybody.
structure.
I'm not talking about
So this is
black
what-
or
so
white.
this-
I'm saying
so
anybody.
this is what happens.
But I'm saying even
Because we don't have a power.
artists,
Yeah,
even
mhm.
artists that are black, if they have
Because we
good
don't have a power
lawyers,
structure. Because we don't have
they-
a power structure. Because we don't have a power structure. There's no incentive for anybody.
look
to
at
be
NBA
sensitive.
YoungBoy. He does all types of shit. He gets house arrest. He has
Either
good
you're
money for
unaware.
lawyers.
Either you're
But
unaware.
what I'm saying
desensitized.
is not true.
I think what you're saying is surface level stuff. I think you might be just unaware. So what happens is this: when we look at like somebody looking at Kamala, right? We don't understand political science. So at the end of the day, it's not the vote; it's the dollar behind the vote. And then if you don't have a government agency that has the power to hold the politician accountable for the promises they made on the campaign
I'm
trail,
talking about you're saying why you don't see
Let me- hold on.
more Jews
Listen,
in jail and
listen. Let me
certain
let me finish,
community
right?
in jail.
Because
I'm-
we jumping,
we're
right?
not. I'm
We
staying
jumping.
on that topic.
I'm staying on the topics that I speak on. You cut me off and we spent some wells. I can't be spun.
How-
Kamala, we don't have
you
we
off.
don't
I
we
just
don't have
answered you.
we don't have a political power structure in America
Mhm.
strong enough to make people sensitive from other cultures to what we go through. We don't have institutions that have any type of a power. People talk about HBCUs. They're not owned by black people. We don't have our own banks. We don't have our own police departments. We don't have prosecutors. We don't have judges that are pro-black, that have knowledge of self. We don't have we have politicians. We don't have leaders. So when someone's on a campaign trail trying to solicit a vote, they're a black leader. When they get elected, they're a politician. It's fucking games. There's no executive orders passed. Why we never got reparations? Why there's no police officers? People made a fuss about Trump talking about police officers to get immunity. Like, police officers don't already have immunity to kill black men. It's no convictions. It's a fucking joke. They just shot people trying to highlight P. Diddy, but let's talk about the 290. Let's talk about the police officers going on a train and fucking just murdering a black man. Let's talk about the black man was just found in Chicago.
Sorry.
Yeah, you killing me with that.
Okay.
Hung from a tree, right? Let's talk about the black woman last month who was raped by these police officers in Ohio. Like, they use shit as like to switch attention. That's why they're investing a lot of marketing dollars in the P. Diddy case. But there's so many murders happening right now that no one's talking about. It's fucking scary. We're not even talking about the child abduction rate in the ghetto. What the fuck? Nah, man. So I'm saying all to say this. When you understand, I'm not afraid of the white man. I don't want his woman. I don't want his money. I don't want his influence. I don't want his fake perception of power. I'm not a good boy. I'm not going with none of that shit. I'm a God. And I don't look for man to give me anything. Okay? I'm going to empower myself. I'm going to empower my people. That's what my brand is about. That's what I represent. Love me now or love me later, but I will be fucking loved by my people because they're going to know what I'm really about. And my life's work is going to show that. So with that being said, that's my agenda. And it's not just talking. It's not just standing on a soapbox, right? Like, I'm focusing on building schools, focusing on getting property. I'm focusing on creating and investing in Africa. This is the focus. I'm about to drop a book, because education is the real education is the first step. If we don't know who we are, then how can we be what we don't know, right? So if a black woman knows, and this is like when you talk about relationships, right? So if a black woman doesn't know how to be a goddess, if a black man doesn't know how to be a god, if we don't know how to develop a black power structure through the family, how can we ever do that? So we need information. We need books. We need interviews. We need tough conversations like this. And we need motherfuckers like me standing on business. Like, really not like, no, the white man ain't shit. You've been killing my people fucking since you've been breathing. So I'm supposed to like you? No. I just found that out about that story. That was happening. That was like a thing, right? Like boiling black people. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm watching. I don't make shit up. I study. And I'm like, damn. Yo, they was boiling people in a fucking pot? Nah, bro. I can't. Hold up. I can't. What the fuck? Nah.
Where did you get that from?
Nah. Okay, so you got the extended version of the Willie Lynch letters, and they went into detail about the scare tactics that they used. All that was called buck breaking. So, buck breaking covered anywhere from gang rape, sodomy, lynching, tar and feathering, where they pour hot tar over a slave's body, throw feathers on him, and tell him to bark like a chicken. And then when he barks like a chicken, they tie him to different horses, and they beat the horses, and the horses run in different directions and pull them apart, right? Even the term motherfucker, they was crossbreeding, like it was just all types of weird, sick, twisted shit. And I'm like, yo, when you fast forward to today, you can see how our people are fucking lost. And then I'm looking at media. Well, who runs media? Okay. Ballor, Vivendi, Viacom. These are fucking fake French motherfuckers. And again, I got immunity because the devil's not more powerful than God. And I never did no deals. So you gonna be mad because you can't touch me. And I understand the law of balance. I understand the law of polarity. A lot of people are afraid to speak the truth because they don't understand how to speak the truth. There's a fine line, right? So what that means is this is how you speak the truth. You got to understand that the devil has a limousine on a ramp taking souls to hell, right? If you try to stop that, you're fucking roadkill. God has a fucking beautiful Maybach truck going on an on-ramp of heaven with souls. If the devil intervenes, or one of the Satanist tries to intervene, then they're roadkill. Who God is gonna who God who God leads to the light, no one can pull in the darkness. Who God allows to be in the darkness, no one can pull him out of the darkness, but that soul or if God decides to intervene and pull him out of the darkness. So you have to so you can't pass judgment. You can't, no, I just know that the devil don't got no power. I know that the white man ain't shit. I know that you trying to get me to destroy myself. I know that you trying to destroy the image of black women. I know that you trying to emasculate me. I know that you trying to make it seem like it's not cool that be in a relationship and get married and have a family and grow. I know what you're doing. I'm not buying that shit you selling. And in order for me to thrive, I gotta strengthen my relationship with God. I have to. And I can't expect, because it's been over 400 years, I'm not buying that song no more.
What religion are you?
I'm Muslim, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, pop this out. Let me put it out real quick. You know what I'm saying? Allahu Akbar. But so what I'm saying is I can't, and I
So
won't.
you're Muslim.
1,000,000%.
Okay, so how do you feel about Arab Muslims from your, religion? Do you feel like they're fleas too?
For sure.
Okay.
But we can clean. We all know we got treatments. we
So you're not brothers.
We're definitely not brothers.
Because in the Muslim religion they say if all Muslims are brothers and sisters,
We're
no
not
matter
brothers.
you're not. Okay.
We're not brothers.
Got it.
I don't want it to be that way.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Right.
Again.
So why would you enter a culture, a religion that's based off of the Middle Eastern?
It's not.
It is.
It's marketed that way, but it's not.
Not marketed that way. That's most Middle Easterns are Muslim, right? Like, where's the religion? It's like in Turkey and Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, like in the Middle East, or in those countries are mostly, they pray. 5 a.m, you hear them fucking praying, and like you hear it on the speakers and shit. You don't hear that in America.
Check it out.
They're of Arab descent. Not white. I'm not talking about white.
First of all,
the
first man on the planet is me. First woman on the planet, she's sitting right there. Okay. These are the first people on the planet.
Okay.
Right? So what other cultures do is they hide our they hide our story and then give us their story, right? And then they remix it. So for me, I'm not gonna let my relationship with God. I wasn't.
But you weren't raised a Muslim.
I wasn't. Damn sure wasn't.
Right.
So this is why I went to God and asked God to guide me and give me guidance, and I got guided toward His land. I didn't,
What took you that way?
Well, I was in a group home. Hold on. Let me.
I'm sorry.
Let me give context. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm gonna always bring it back. It's just, so I don't, just like Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't denounce Christianity. I think Christianity is a real thing. Jesus ain't white though. Jesus is black. I'm saying Moses wasn't white. He was black.
Who said he was white?
Listen, I'm just making a point.
Okay.
Thinking out loud here. And I don't know if I think Muhammad might have been black, man. So, and I know a lot of Muslims are going to see this and be tight, but the first person to call dawn was black, was Bilal. Then I got to be like, well, history has shown that other people remove us out of religion. So I can't really, it's hard for me.
History has shown that other people remove you out of religion?
1,000,000%. Jesus
How?
In the Bible, they said he had the hair like wool, feet of brass. You go into any church, you see Jesus with blonde hair, blue. You know how long it took people to even have images of Jesus that look like, the image of Jesus is not even the real image. That was a rapist. That was a person who was literally a rapist, was a criminal, was a thief, was a liar. That image that you see distributed through the churches, that actual man, somebody painted that person, right? That actual man was a rapist. That actual man was a weirdo. That actual man was a liar. That's not even so. And then how Jesus really looked, you see no images of that nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's strategic. When you think of Egypt, growing up, I didn't realize Egypt was fucking in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm thinking that's some Indian shit. Every movie you see this stupid shit. It's white people wearing dashikis acting like they Egyptians. What about Kemet? So I'm conscious of this shit. Then I gotta learn. I'm learning. But when I learn, I hold on to it. I don't backpedal. Once I learn,
But you know the Arabs go back to Africa anyway. So how are they not?
man, fuck the Arabs, man. They not solid, man. Nobody listen. What we have to do is this. Black people. What cameras I'm on? This one right here?
Okay.
One right,
So we can never get along then. What about biracial
Black people.
people?
This is a public chocolate service announcement.
Okay.
If you got melanin in your body, if you're 90% or more of melanin, then you're like me. Stop trying to fit in with a wolf when you're a chicken. Stop trying to please everybody else but yourself. I'm going to say it for you. They don't like you. They're not like us. No. They don't like us. The white man don't like you. The Spanish man don't like you. The Chinese man don't like you. The turkey man don't like you. If there was a chicken man, he wouldn't like your ass neither. Nobody likes you because you're a god and you're a goddess. Learn to not like yourself, but learn to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you can operate and allow yourself to operate on the highest vibration possible. Stop trying to be a people pleaser and be a self pleaser. But yeah, listen, get it. But fuck the Arabs.
I like you.
Fuck the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, listen. Now
I'm
look,
not-
I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is this, right?
No, I'm just saying because you're Muslim. I'm just thought it was interesting that you happen to take on an Arabic culture.
That's not an Arabic culture. The fuck you talking about? That's not an Arabic culture. See, that's the bamboozle. You see?
It is.
That's the swindle.
How?
Because
From the beginning of time, from Palestine, right?
they lying. The first people came from, listen, and again, it's hard to say this in like one conversation because you need a lot of context, right?
Right. But
So,
Jesus was born in Palestine.
Jesus,
He wasn't?
how could you know? No. This is what I'm saying.
I'll
You
Google
going
it.
you going to something, you going to Google, but you can't Google a picture of Jesus and they show you the actual
I don't
picture.
even believe in.
Listen, I'm saying
that's not even
They
my
can't
God.
they
I'm
can't
just
show
saying
you
he's
Jesus is a God. He's not the God.
Okay.
He's still a little G. Jesus is no different from me. He's a little G.
All right.
Meaning we're created in God's image. We have a father. So if me and you had the same dad, right? And our dad was a God, which he is,
Mhm.
then that doesn't make you a goddess. It does. Does it make me a god? It does. So we have our father's blood. We have our father's genetics. So the problem with other people is they know that we're the closest. We're the first child. We're the first child. We're not watered down, right? We're the first child. We're the most highest concentrated version of God's image of man. We're created in his image. We're the most potent version of that causes issue. So they had to remix our shit and make us hate our shit and accept what they remixed. So they say Greeks are the father of what? No. The Egyptians taught the Greeks. The Greeks taught the Romans. Everything you see past that is Roman shit. When you dig deep enough, it's Roman shit. So we go, okay, then I got a lot of studying to do. So this is more than 400 years now, right? So the biggest fear of black people waking up is nobody's going to be in power but us. So it's like, and then black people, biggest fear is their own doubt. You don't believe that you can compete with this white man. You don't believe that you can build the cameras that the white man's built. You don't believe that you can build the technology that the white man built, but you taught him. This is your student, you the teacher, but you forgot. You don't believe you can learn computer science. You don't believe you can learn political science. You don't believe you can leave America and colonize the whole Africa, west and south. You don't believe that. You believe that you got to accept this shit called slavery because the plantations are better. They modernized the slavery. They made them chic. They made them sexy. So now it's like, it's cool to be a slave now. It's cool to be a nigga. It's cool to be a bitch. Never. No. And then when somebody like myself is, I'm waking up, you trying to put me back to sleep. Or be mad that I'm not going back to sleep. But why you think my voice is moving all over the internet? Why you think my shit is moving? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm all over the world. Oh shit, God is choosing me. I was scared. I got accepted. And I hope that God continues to strengthen me. I hope that God continues to give me the power. Hope that God continues to give me the discipline that I need to see and carry his mission all the way out. That's my focus. And I am blessed. I am protected. I am loved. I am protected from all enemies seen and unseen. I am protected from my lower desires. I am protected from my low. So I am protected from my lower self. So I know that I'm gonna be loved because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. And I'm figuring it out in real time. And the cool shit about it is I'm being transparent with the figuring out process because that transparency is gonna be inspiration for the motherfuckers coming behind me. And I'm not crashing out. I'm not gonna end up like Tupac. There's no Suge Knight.
Right.
There's no East Coast, West Coast beef. I'm not a blood, not a gangbanger. I didn't sell my soul. I know how to be in alignment with God. And this is why God is moving me and moving my message, because it's time. It's time. It's time for us to, it's time. It's time. It's fucking time. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the time. I'm excited for it. Like, I'm excited for it. Like, so you say that, you ask me, yo, why you got all that energy? I'm free. How do you think the slaves felt when they got emancipated? I ain't talking about the ones that fuck Abe Lincoln because he ain't do shit. I'm talking about the Nat Turner emancipation. The slaves just said, you know what? Fuck that. We're going to wake up and we're going to kill this motherfucker and take over this plantation and we out. And they all stuck that white man with the machetes and his blood went all, yeah. Oh, we free now. Yeah. That was energy. Or how them slaves felt when them so-called slaves felt when they got on the Underground Railroad and Harriet Tubman and they got out and they, yo, we free. I'm excited because I'm free. And every day a new shackle is being broken on my subconscious mind. Every day God is removing a chain that this so-called dog has put on my subconscious mind. It's hard for me to be cool, right? It's like, you ever dealt with it? You ever somebody ever took something from you? You ever been robbed? You ever look? It's like, take that feeling, but times it by 1,000,000. Or you somebody sneak thief, they steal something. You like, damn, every time I check my pocket, my money gone. You work hard for this money. You work hard. Every time your money gone, you like, damn, my money at? I know it's supposed to be $15, but it's $2. And the motherfucker's so good at stealing from you, you begin to accept $2 fucking. And that motherfucker getting rich stealing from you. And you finally realize, yo, you the motherfucker that been stealing from me? Oh, hell no. And then you stop that person, and then now you get all that money back, you're going to be excited. The thing about it is there's no accountability for white people because they've been doing this shit for so long. They ain't shit. And then the white guilt. When you say, well, damn, new white people, they can't hear what they forefathers did. They go, yo, you ain't. No, yeah, you did it. In your bloodline. You can take any white person in America and you can trace a plantation back to their lineage. You can take any black person and trace royalty and God shit to their lineage. So how could I not feel some type of way when if you wasn't the one stealing, your family was the one stealing? You ain't gonna reimburse me for the money your family stole. You think Kim Kardashian ain't gonna give up whatever privilege she fucking got? You think somebody who's a trust fund baby and that's blood money and they find out that, well, they family was doing this, you think they gonna cut you a check? They not cutting you no check. They going right back in that Louis store. They going right back in that Chanel store, and they gonna roll that window up. They might feel bad about it. That's why I say you a flea on the back of the dog. Your mama was a dog. You just a flea. You might feel bad about it, but you ain't like, hey, is this the smart guy? Yeah. I heard that you're trying to build a school in Harlem. My mother's a billionaire. She's a fucking thief. I'm going to wire transfer you half of it. Not giving no money up. Not doing nothing. You just acting like you feel bad. So those people ain't shit because they not gonna relinquish the power that they family got through blood. You see? That's why they wrong. Now don't get me wrong. There's some white people. That's why I said it's still 3 dogs now, right? There's some white people that they get that shit up. They fuck that. I don't care about daddy money. What you need? What you need, baby? I mean, you got some white people that's like that. Few and far between, though. You know what I'm saying? So few and far between that we can't bank on them motherfuckers. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, there's people like you out there.
Damn fucking right.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm speaking real. Now, the difference between us and them, though,
Mm-hmm.
it's not in black people nature. We would never do to y'all what y'all did to us. It's not in our nature. We taught you. You fucking dog. We taught you. And you turn around and kill us? Look at this. It's not in our nature. So people like, yo, no. I gotta hate you just to love you. It's in my nature to love you. But I gotta hate you. Because if I don't hate you, I won't be alive to love you. See? I gotta hate you first. Because through that hate, it's gonna give me fuel. The fuel I need to fucking battle your dumb ass. Then when I beat you, I can love you. I gotta hate you to love you. And I got no choice to love you, even if I don't want to, and I don't want to. But I know it's in my nature. It's in a black man's nature. It's in a white. It's in a black man's nature. It's in a black woman's nature to love. We love. We get. We. This is. We love. We. It's in us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not in the mother motherfuckers though. It's not an ounce of that shit in the white man. Not a small drop. So we gotta hate them first. We gotta hate them real bad. Gotta hate them, and then that hate becomes the protection. Like, you ain't gonna fool me. Nah, you ain't gonna. Nah, fuck all that. Oh yeah, Kamala. Kamala, what? Bitch, you in office now. What happened? Yo, Kamala. So, bitch, you a vice president. You in office right now, girl. What's happening? Name 3 executive orders that you passed relevant to us. Name 1 fucking protest, rally that you sat in and said, yo, that cop is guilty. He killed him. Put him in jail. Can't. And I don't expect them to do it. See? This is why these conversations is important. This is why having the courage to empower yourself and be independent. Well, how do I be independent? God provides for me. I'm good. I don't depend on no white man to do a motherfucking thing for me. God gonna do everything, and he does for me. I'm good. And that's what I'm teaching. Don't put your faith in man. And don't think that the devil has more power than God. And when the devil jumps into man, don't think that man is more powerful than God, because God will knock the devil out of the man that he jumped into and make that man submit to you if you're in submission with God's will. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Trying to tell you.
All right, I have a question.
Let's do it.
What would you do if you were dating a girl and she brought a sex toy into your bedroom life? Are you for it or against it?
She wouldn't.
But are you for it or against it?
She wouldn't.
I'm just asking.
I can't say hypothetical. You asked me a question. She wouldn't.
How do you know?
Because I know.
But some girls are freaks. What if they want 2 instead of 1?
Damn, man. Well, I haven't had any issues with my one.
Okay. So you're against it.
And I was against it. You asked me. You switching the question. See?
I was just asking, is this a for or against?
You asked a question.
Would you be open to it?
You asked a question that was hypothetical, that wasn't relevant, and I gave you an answer relevant to me.
Okay.
So I don't have erectile dysfunction.
No. I know. I'm just
Listen. I don't have erectile dysfunction.
right.
So if someone's like, "Yo, well, what would you do if your girl was like, yo, let me just rub this oil on to make it last longer?"
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I had an issue,
Right.
right? Some guys, you know. First of all, people talk about sex too much.
I know. I just had to ask that question to get it out of the way because
People-
we're almost up in time.
People talk about sex too much and don't understand sex, right?
Right.
They don't understand foreplay, right? People don't understand foreplay, right? Sex is not about nothing external. It's everything internal. You folks don't understand that. They don't get it. That's why it's toys and porn and Viagra, right?
Mm-hmm.
You a woman, you should know. If you're being honest, let me finish. A woman's gonna get off if she's mentally stimulated and she's in love.
Mm-hmm.
She don't need a toy. She don't need a big joint. Doesn't matter if it's big, small, whatever. She got her person. She's pleased by that. And the problem is, women
all the way true.
women now are so overly stimulated and overly sexualized
Mm-hmm.
that they're desensitized to the stimulation needed to orgasm through true intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Men are so unaware because of social media, right? Yo, I gotta fuck you this way. My dick is big. And my dick is big. but it
Right.
has nothing to do with my dick, right? And that was that was the point I was trying to get to earlier, right? Like, yes, I have an extremely large cock, but it does me no good if I don't understand intimacy. It does me no good if I don't understand like patience. If I don't like, what does that mean?
Right.
You could touch a woman and she a climax. If the intimacy is really what it is, you can kiss a woman and she could climax. You could hold a woman's hand and she could climax. And see, the issue is,
Mm-hmm.
remember I said earlier, you're so overly stimulated
Mm-hmm.
that you can't even get that sensation anymore because there's too much other things, right?
Right.
So think of it like a guy. How does he have a wet dream? If he's not masturbating, right? If he doesn't masturbate, he's not having sex, right? He can literally go to sleep and have a dream and ejaculate. How is that? Right? So I just feel like we got to take it back to old school intimacy, patience, communication, learning your partner, and doing what works for that partnership. I mean, yeah.
That's a good answer. How's
Mhm.
your food?
This is fire. Hold
It's fire.
on. This is fire. It was spicy. It's kind of spicy, but you got a jalapeno. Got a jalapeno on top. Next time we gotta have some tacos. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Oh yeah. I got you. Hold on. Okay. In terms of relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black women have to stop letting white women be the standard for the standards they create for their men. And
What do you mean by that?
I got you home.
How much time do we have?
Well, you're at time, so I would say just go into your last segment.
Okay.
Just finish.
Cool. So, black women have to stop letting white women be the inspiration for the standard that they create for black men. And they make demands on black men based upon the inspiration that they get from white women, because white women has been all that they've seen in media damn near their whole life. The next thing is, understand that it's a fabricated masculine persona that creates a vibration that actually repels a man into your life. How you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, and emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So if you don't understand the power and femininity, if you don't understand how to develop femininity, how to apply femininity to your life, to your relationships, to your loved ones, then you're gonna be repelling a good man. Also, just because you can get sex, dates, money, or a boy in an adult body, it doesn't mean that you're single, by choice. When in reality is that good man is choosing not to fuck with you because you don't even fuck with you. Um, and it's time that we start to understand the importance of a relationship, the purpose of a relationship, how to create long-term goals for relationships. A lot of times, because of social media, because our women are so overly sexualized and desensitized, they can't even make you a man can't even really make plans for that relationship or a future with that woman because she expects everything to be like right now, yeah, fuck you, pay me. And it doesn't go that way. Um, the last point I want to make is, if our women don't realize that, then it leads to a life of celibacy, becoming a lesbian, being miserable, depression, all types. You're going to do all this shit just because you won't be a woman. Learn how to be a woman. And take accountability.
How can a man tell a woman to learn how to be a woman?
Same way a man can lead a woman that he deals with. So
How could you tell someone to learn how to be what they already are?
I'm not asking you to
Can you
learn.
tell a lion how to be a lion? They
I'm-
need to learn how to be a lion?
Well, if the lion been in the zoo and he's been taught to bark instead of a roar, if the lion's been in the zoo, he's been taught that he's really a fish and not a lion.
Mhm.
Might have to remind him, hey, buddy, you can roar, right?
Right.
You know, underneath them paws are nails, right? You can cut the throat of this fucking zookeeper who's been making you think you a fucking fish.
Mhm.
Got you in a Finding Nemo t-shirt that don't fit.
Right.
Okay. So again, I'm not asking you to identify yourself as a breast carrier, right?
Mhm.
Talking about the femininity aspect.
No, I know what
And
you
a
mean.
woman's role is wisdom and balance. But if you don't understand how to apply wisdom and balance to yourself, you're not gonna be in a vibration that attracts a man,
Sorry,
right? It's all good.
it was an
It's the
accident.
food. You know wrong. Last point is a man's role is a protective provider. How can I be a provider if I don't get provision? So if my relationship with God has been taken from me, and I'm thinking the white man gonna do something for me, the system gonna do something for me, or I'm looking to my woman to do for me what I'm supposed to do for myself from my relationship with God, I'm fucked up. So the woman, she has to use her wisdom to inform her male counterpart of, yo, okay, look, man, this is the process. So yeah, and you're not a black woman, so you're not gonna understand, right? So this is why you see black women, and shout out to the engineer back there behind the boards, because I was like, yo, what's up with your locks? I took him. I'm like, okay, well, keep it coarse, okay, right? Keep it coarse. Bring back the locks, okay? So
Mhm.
so women say, yo, well, what if I want to look beautiful? Well, that's a problem because your standard or what your perception of beauty is means you got to have blue eyes, green eyes, contacts, white hair, blonde hair, pink hair. You don't even want to have any type of an implication that is African inspired. That's a problem. That's not beauty. That's self hate. Okay. And instead of you trying to invest in an external appearance, how about you love on yourself some more? How about you be happy? How about you smile more, right? Instead of you putting lipstick on, how about you make your lips go up, right? And then see, and that makes you look more appealing and more beautiful because beauty is internal, not external. And when the internal beauty is so high, it seeps through you externally, right? It's not about makeup. It's not about right. And if you, well, I wanna look pretty, cool. But why is it European inspired? Why you want to put a hit? You ain't. If you seen a white woman running around with dreadlocks and an afro, you laughing at her. So you don't think you will butter somebody's joke because you trying to look like you trying to put a straight flowing hair? Why? Embrace your hair. Your hair is beautiful. Do you know that a black woman's hair is a conduit for power, electricity? That's why your hair is coarse. That's why it's important to have a lock. So when the sun hits your curl, it track like this was the sun, and she still had her locks in her head. The sun hits the lock and it travels down the curl. The curl detoxifies all the things that's coming from the sun that's not good, and makes this potent substance that's good for you, energy, electricity, all this other shit and nutrients, and it comes from your head to your body. Yo, that's why Jesus' head was like, that's why they say Jesus' head was wool. People don't even want to, like, we don't even understand what's beauty, okay? Because we've been told what beauty was. And that's why I said she's been inspired by the white woman. It's not her fault. When you think of a Barbie doll, do you think of a doll that looks like her or looks like something else? You think of blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah. You think of a
Right.
Ken doll, you don't think of me.
Right.
It's for a reason. If I said right now, see people like, yo, what you talking? You bugging. Barbie doll. First thought. You got 2 seconds, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. You better tell me right now what you thinking. You thinking blonde hair, girl. Don't lie.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the programming.
Right.
Right. So we need our black women and black men too. I used to feel that way when I was young. I wanted my hair to be like that. Look at my man coming in. Right on time. My boy coming in right on time. You see my yo, Wolf, come here, man. Come here one time. Come on. It's important. Okay, come here one time. Come here. My boy Wolf, man. Come here one time, man. Come here one time. Yeah, we just get right here. Yeah. That's it. Bang. That's it. You see my man? That shit. You all right? You see that? That's you know what I mean? My hair ain't gonna look like Zach. My hair not gonna look like Billy, Bob.
Right.
You know what I mean? My hair not gonna look like that. Slater. My hair not looking like that.
Right.
My shit look like that. I'm jacking that. Right? And I know that feeling because and most black men, they gonna say this. I cried as a kid in the shower. So watch Saved by the Bell, right? I used to put the shampoo in my hair and put my hair back. And as long as the shampoo was in my hair, I'm like, Zach, yo. I get out the shower, I drop my shit, go back. I'm like, I'm tight. Feel me? For one day, I had blue contacts in my eye. Oh my God. I had blue contacts in my eye for one day. I want to be white. Yo, my eyes would be exotic. My aunt slapped the shit out of me. What are you doing, boy? No, I'm watching Zach, man. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? You remember Saved by the Bell?
Yeah,
Zach was the dude, man.
Right.
So we didn't have any examples, right? We didn't have any examples of people that looked like us that was cool. Right? We look at
What about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? That wasn't cool back then. I love that show. I'm just saying. Will was cool.
There was more. What I'm saying is, Will was
Jada
cool.
was in it.
But Will was cool, but Will 6 degrees separation. Will, you a sucker. We can't rock with you. But what I'm saying is this. Will's a sucker. So what I'm saying is this. So there were more images
Right.
showing white people. We saw more of that.
Okay.
So subconsciously we leaned
But
towards that.
there was different races in
I'm not-
Saved by the Bell.
I'm
There
not-
was- I'm
I'm
just
not-
saying.
Who's the black guy in Saved by the Bell?
It was a black girl, Lisa.
Who's the black guy in Saved by the Bell?
I'm just saying.
Who is the black guy
I
in
don't
Saved
know.
by
It
the
was
Bell?
Mario Lopez was
Who
in
is
it.
the black guy? in
No
Saved by
black
the-
guy.
Thank you. This
But
is
there
the
was a
point.
black girl.
Who was the black guy? You're proving my point.
No, I'm just saying.
Of
I'm just
course they
saying
want the
there
black
was
girl in
other
it, of course.
representations,
No.
different races on
Never.
TV.
They did us bad. They did us bad. We've seen whole movies. There was no black people in it.
Right.
We've seen whole movies, good movies, no black people in it. You like, damn, ain't no. It's strategic. So again, I'm just being honest.
Right.
And I had to do some due diligence. I did some self-analysis, did some inventory, I had to unpack myself. Damn, well, why did I want to look like a white guy? Why did I want my hair to be? Why I had an issue with my hair?
Right.
Why I had an issue with my hair? Why I had an issue with my face? Not anymore. You're beautiful. I used to hate my face though. I used to hate my skin. I wish I was darker. I wish I was black as this shirt. I wish I was black as this shirt. What? I want to be black. They be like, yo, yeah, I got black issues now. I want to be dark. I want to be dark as this mic. Pause. It was a time when I wanted to be lighter. No, black. I love this shit, man. I love myself now.
Right.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I love myself, I start to realize who tried to teach me to hate myself.
It's the white people.
1,000,000%.
Got it.
Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
That's how the rice gets eaten.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate you coming by.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you had a lot to say.
Yeah.
I'm happy I got to hear it.
Oh shit.
And a lot of people are gonna get to hear it, so
That's a fact.
I appreciate you.
That's
And
up.
I gotta pee.
What? Was it good? Yeah. I'm good.